Welcome back to Starto. Joining us today is Reid Rubenstein. He's the Executive Vice President of ReYrD. Reid, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about ReYrD. What is it that you guys do? So first of all, how do you spell ReYrD? Because it's kind of a little bit of a name hack.
It is. It is a name hack. It's ReYrD. ReYrD.
Wired, got it. That's how all these kids are talking these days. Tell us about ReYrD. What does it do?
Well, we are a company that takes, promotes for merchants and for consumers, and we give the merchants a platform to acquire consumers and to retain them.
So what does that look like to me as a consumer? So give me a use case. I log on to your site. What do I do?
You go to either our website or our mobile application, and you open an account. You give us some of your personal information, and then you're taken to a screen where you're asked to register your credit cards.
Okay, so I put in my credit cards, and then what happens?
Well, you register all your credit cards at that point, and it's very advantageous to register all your credit cards so that you never have to worry about, well, I'm in a ReYrD merchant, I need to use this credit card, because it doesn't matter. You can register them all. It's free to the consumer. There's absolutely no cost to it. And then at that point, we ask you to designate one particular card of the ones that you register. You designate one as your primary card, and that's the card all of your rebates and credits will go to.
So I go into a merchant or a retailer that you have signed up as well. There's a part of the ReYrD service. I pull out that credit card or any of my registered cards and I use it. What's the magic that happens for me?
Well, the magic is that at the end of the month, we're gonna send you a rebate, based on what that merchant's offer is. So the merchant might have an offer of, let's say, a restaurant, for example, might have a 25% trial spend, meaning what they're trying to do is reach into our consumer base and draw people in for the first time, get them there to experience the restaurant. So they might do a 25% trial spend. So at the end of the month, if you go to a certain restaurant that's on the ReYrD network and you're there for the first time and you spend $100, at the end of the month we're going to take $25 and we're going to put it back into
your account.
So
it's a cashback rebate system.
Cashback, 100% cashback rebate. If you select a credit card as that primary card, it's going to go back as a credit onto your credit card. So it doesn't matter what credit card you use, they all go back to the one card that you designate.
Tell me about it from the merchant's perspective. Okay, so if I'm a consumer, I register my cards, I go and find a ReYrD merchant or restaurant in this scenario.
Right, which we make that very easy.
Yeah, and I use my card, I'm going to get cash back. But why should I join ReYrD if I am that restaurant?
Well, because what we're doing is we're providing a platform for the restaurant to acquire additional customers, to bring other people into their establishment that wouldn't normally be there. So similar to the daily deal space and so forth, we have a tremendous reach of people. We're going to be able to provide a platform of consumers, hundreds of thousands, that these offers will be in front of, and we have the communications piece that drive those consumers into those merchants that are
Interesting. So it's not, it's sort of a hybrid of a rewards program and a daily deals program.
Correct.
Interesting.
Correct.
It's a very interesting space right now. And I know of a couple people that are kind of tackling the problem. Why do you guys think that your particular approach is going to be successful?
Well, because we have studied, we've been working on this for several years, and we have studied, before we decided exactly what we want our platform to be, we studied what works and doesn't work for merchants and their marketing efforts. We know, for example, an internal loyalty program that the merchant has, we know what works about it and what doesn't work. What works is that the merchant can increase a frequency spend and get people to come back more often by putting them into their loyalty program and having them come back. The downside of it, there's no reach. There's no way to attain new customers with a loyalty program, with an in-house branded loyalty card. There's no way to reach.
So if I'm that restaurant in our analogy, I'm going to want to be with you guys because you're going to help me customize my marketing program to not only retain my current customers but reach new ones.
Correct.
Interesting. So let's talk a little bit about the company itself. I think it's kind of an interesting point about how you got involved in the company and how the company got started. So who are the principals?
Well, the principals, our founder is Stan Kropp. He's our founder and president. Stan's been in the merchant services industry doing credit card processing and so forth a long time, like 25 years. He's the founder of the concept and so forth of what we're doing. The other main principal is Larry Coben. Larry has been in business, multiple successful businesses for about 55 years, and done very well.
And how did you guys meet? How did you come together in this company?
Well, a lot of family involved. We're related.
So talk about the process that you guys went through to come up with the idea.
Well, it's kind of interesting. And kind of a little bit new to all of us. But really the idea when we decided that we needed to change RosterWire into a more unique program, it really came from all of us, 4 or 5 people, that sat around a table every single day and developed ideas. We started talking about what works, what doesn't work, what should we do, what should we not do. We backed that up with lots and lots of research. We would all get on our computers, we'd have an idea, we'd start researching it. Like I had said earlier, we wanted to know what works for merchants in their loyalty programs, what doesn't work.
When you guys were sitting around that table, was there a process involved? Would one person stand up on the whiteboard and the other two? And
all the time, yeah. And it was always somebody different. I would have ideas, Stan would have ideas, our sons would have ideas, other people that were involved with this would have ideas. And we've got a few very key people. We have some really, really great creative people that are involved in our company that are terrific.
You have these ideas that just become clear to you towards the end that this was the space where you guys wanted to live and this was the opportunity.
Absolutely.
And it was unanimous. There was no dissent.
When certain things, there's certain milestones as you're developing things. For example, when we first decided to get into the loyalty and the reach factors of providing consumers to merchants, we hadn't come up with the idea of the registered credit card yet. So when we finally came up with the idea of the registered credit card, it changed everything because now we're completely equipmentless, trainingless. There's absolutely zero, and it changed everything for our company. That platform made it for the consumer, it makes it work, and it made it work for the merchant.
So you guys are a traditional platform play, meaning that yours is going to be between the consumer and the essentially the restaurant in our scenario here.
Mm-hmm.
Challenge with any platform play is that you have to have both the supply and the demand side.
Correct.
Let's talk about the demand side first. So the consumers, how are you going to go out and get consumers?
Well, we've got several ways of developing consumers. We have a really unique, one of our main ways is we have a really unique referral program where consumers can actually earn money by referring people. So we have developed a system. When you go to start an account, it's going to ask you for a referral code. When you put in that referral code and you start an account, it immediately gives you a referral code. So it takes a referral code from you and it issues you a unique referral code to that consumer. That consumer is then asked through our email campaign to send that out to other consumers, to all their friends and family, everyone they have an outlet, people they do business with, to forward that email, that thank you email with their referral number on it. We're constantly tracking those referrals. We go 4 layers deep of tracking those referrals, and we pay for consumer sign up for people helping us promote us. It's actually a tremendous idea, certainly not a cheap idea, but it's a tremendous idea to create almost a viral campaign of people promoting for us.
And are the targets, so let's talk about the demand side now, on the other side of the platform. Small to medium-sized businesses, is that sort of your target? Are you going to go for the national brands? Who are you looking to?
Absolutely we'll go for national brands. We have a few national brands now that are interested in us. Of course, we are right now strictly in the Denver market as a startup. We are going to perfect this market before we venture into other markets. So there are national brands that are interested, and they'll test market with us in this market. That will do that. But absolutely, it is a part of our future to have national brands that are involved. Our market is any merchant that takes a credit card from a consumer for payment can be on this platform, and we can provide a way to market for them that'll help grow their business. Doesn't matter what industry it is. We have a gentleman right now in the hardwood floor business. We have, said we're about 70% restaurants, but we have all kinds of categories. We'll build a category for you on our mobile app and our website. But if you take a credit card from a consumer for payment, our platform works for you.
What are your best hopes and desires for this company? What is it that you want to try to achieve?
Well, of course, we want to take it. We want to be nationwide, and then, of course, even the world is a small place today. So we want to go nationwide. We think we have the most unique program. We have a program that works for everybody. And the unique thing about ReYrD is that what we've developed is a win-win-win situation. And I can't look. We've looked at hundreds of other companies. We've looked at people that might think they compete with us in this space, or they do different things. Some of them are win-win, but the third part of that win isn't necessarily there, meaning our program is a great program for the merchants. The merchants win. They are attaining new customers. They are retaining those customers. We're increasing the frequency spend, and we're increasing the revenue for that merchant. It's a win for the merchant. It is a win for the consumer because the consumer is out, doesn't cost them anything. They're just going out and spending money like they normally would, and they're getting money back for that. They're getting rebates. We're paying them to go to these merchants. So it's win-win for them. And the third piece is us. It's win-win for us, for ReYrD, and the people that are involved, for us personally, and for the people that are involved from an investment standpoint of our company, and for the people that work for us, and the people that sell it. It's win-win for all three. It works for the merchant, it works for the consumer, and it works for us.
Reid, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
Best of luck on ReYrD.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.